Yeah, so yeah, sure. Right, we'll get into the questions now. These aren't in, they're in no particular order, just the order in which we got them. So, firstly, a question which we received on Instagram is it's been prefaced with the most important question anyone could ever be asked. What's your favorite dinosaur?
Uh, um, Tyrannosaurus Rex and Velociraptor, both.
Okay. Okay, so like fairly
Yeah,
classic
yeah,
choices.
classic choices. I have other ones. I mean, for example, Yi, that is a dinosaur that is like
Hmm.
a bat with feathers.
Oh wow.
Because essentially, I mean, that demonstrates that feathers were not, I mean, developed. We did not evolve for
Hmm.
flying. For flying. Feathers were already there. So actually, this is like a bat with
Hmm.
feathers. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So it's possible in that instance that the feathers were more for insulation or something, possibly, or it could have
Uh,
been
Protection of
display.
nest, protection
Yeah,
of
yeah,
nest, that kind of insulation, display. For
hmm,
example, like kind of saying hello.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, feathers could be used in many ways. I mean,
hmm,
but we don't know.
yeah. So feathers, quite possibly, the evolution of feathers precedes the evolution of flight in birds,
Absolutely,
in animals with feathers.
absolutely, a little bit like this.
Hmm.
So you see, this animal couldn't fly. I mean,
Hmm.
I have the fossils here,
Yeah,
and but obviously had kind of a display, kind of a bunch of feathers in
yeah,
the kind of around the arms and in the tail. So it's one of those things that you say, well, feathers are like kind of important, but for what?
hmm,
That, that's the big question.
hmm. Right. Okay. The second question. Which dinosaur has been the most fun for you to illustrate and why?
Um, I think all dinosaurs are fun
Hmm.
to illustrate, all of them, and the kind of for example, returning to T-Rex is one of those things. I mean, you have so much material, so many kinds of reconstructions that
Hmm.
you always want to do something different.
Hmm.
One thing that I would like to do is kind of have the dinosaur that everybody knows and change it completely. And
Yeah.
then and then children come to me and say, "Oh, that's not T-Rex." And I say, "Well, it might be. It might be.
Yeah.
We don't know. I mean, one thing that when you see the snout of T-Rex, I mean, you can cover it in scales like everybody does, or maybe like like a bird, it might have beaked
Yeah.
with teeth. But the teeth were most probably covered. I
Yeah.
mean, they kind of they were not like kind of a many tyrannosaurs we see kind of a big teeth coming out because you can see, for example, I have let me no, maybe I better not kind of when you see, for example, the tooth of a T-Rex, you
Hmm.
see a part that obviously was inside the bone,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and other part that was most probably covered by kind of by whatever is it was kind of a ma- there are many possibilities,
Hmm.
more possibilities, more interesting to illustrate the dinosaur, more interesting to reconstruct, and I like to be daring. I,
Hmm.
do, I don't like my dinosaurs to be kind of boring.
I suppose it's almost like with children, perception of a Tyrannosaurus Rex might be an interesting way of teaching them critical thinking because they see something that is, in like Jurassic Park or something where it's one way, but then that's not actually the
No,
absolute truth. That's just one interpretation.
I have seen children have come to me saying, "Oh, that's not the color of T-Rex." And I said, how do you know the color of T-Rex?
Mm.
I mean, it's impossible to know the color of T-Rex unless actually you have the whole evidence.
Mhm.
So actually, kind of they went with a Jurassic Park T-Rex that looks more like the old monster, kind of that is brown, dark, and as monstrous and terrible as possible.
Mhm.
They wanted to create monsters. I mean, actually, Steven Spielberg wanted the animals to be scary
Mhm.
because it's like a monster movie more than anything else. It's not a scientific movie.
Mhm. Okay, next, I sense we might get a very similar answer for this one as well. What was the first dinosaur that you remember drawing?
Um, the first dinosaur was T-Rex,
Hmm.
obviously, but in a very different posture.
Hmm.
Because when I did it, it was in the 60s,
Hmm.
and T-Rex was like a vertical,
Hmm. Like a man.
like a man, kind of a walking with a
Hmm.
tail, like a kind of a it's like the one that inspired Godzilla.
Hmm. Oh,
Well,
yes, because yeah, Godzilla has very good
yeah,
posture.
the poster of Godzilla is
Hmm.
typical of the T-Rex of those ages.
Hmm.
So now you know that was an interesting thing because essentially the moment it changed the posture.
Hmm.
I remember going to the Natural History Museum in New York. You saw the T-Rex, and it
Hmm.
was like an icon. I mean, you wouldn't expect that
Hmm.
to change. But when they actually did this and put it horizontal,
Hmm.
the animals start walking. It wasn't something forced.
Hmm.
It was a human being with a with a disguise. No, this was a real animal, and I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Has the way that you draw dinosaurs changed over the years? So whether that's, the way that you actually do it in terms of media or the way because of the science?
The science,
Hmm.
the science, the science. I mean, kind of the media. I mean, can be color pencils or whatever, or the computer. But if the science is not there backing you,
Hmm.
uh, you don't change anything for me. But the science is changing so much every second, every time. That actually I have no problem whatsoever. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, dinosaurs are changing all the time. And not only that, I mean, it gives you imagination. I mean,
Hmm.
it allows you imagination to actually do things in a different way every time.
How did this exhibition come about? So it's in collaboration with Gondwana Studios. How did you start working with them?
Well, we were. It was like a kind of on the dinner table, like kind of saying, well, this. I have this idea, this idea, this idea, this idea, and then well, Peter Norton and Gondwana Studios, they like to kind of my style. They kind of the only thing they needed to do is actually kind of put it in action, kind of
Hmm.
in action kind of because Peter is excellent, reconstructing skeletons.
Hmm.
We had very good backgrounds, but the background to actually do all the things according to what science is kind of
Hmm.
is telling us.
Yeah.
Um, and obviously there were some casts that were more difficult to find than others
Hmm.
and some kind of some things that I didn't precisely I'm not a fan of the animatronics, but it was necessary
Hmm.
because the children love it so much.
And I suppose as well, I was thinking yesterday that the animatronics, at least they're constructed in a way that is closer to animals than monsters. So even if the children that see the exhibition are a little bit too young to appreciate the panels and the science and everything, it's giving them that sort of experience with something that's not scary and is more of an animal.
Absolutely, and you have to give us credit for that, because if not, I mean, it would have been even more monstrous and more horrible.
Hmm.
But we managed to convince the animatronics makers to
Hmm.
actually do the things
Hmm.
as as close as possible as they can, what they can do. I
Hmm.
mean, because obviously there are limits for everything, and they have their own limits.
Professionally, you're an illustrator and an artist, but you call yourself an amateur paleontologist. How close have you gotten to sort of real live paleontology? So like any field work or stuff behind the scenes at natural history museums, that kind of thing?
I've been in many field kind of trips. I'm a member of Society of Vertebrate Paleontology,
Hmm.
and and everything that I do is based on what I study, and I studied all possible kind of scientific literature to actually do a reconstruction of something. Kind of doing your homework is the first thing you need to do,
Hmm.
and then use your imagination to do the rest of the things you can't do. You can't. I mean, you don't have the evidence for.
Hmm.
The one paleontologist told me that we paleoartists were their eyes to the imagination, their
Mm.
eyes. We were looking at things the way they wanted to look at it, but we actually made it.
Hmm.
So that's the difference.
Yeah, well, I suppose the paleo art as well is really important, like the animatronics, for capturing the imagination of the public.
More than ever, I
Yeah.
think more than ever, because I mean it's becoming so popular. Because everybody, well, everybody thinks that we read a lot of money with the kind of being a paleo artist, but we don't.
Mhm.
We don't. We don't, believe me.
It's
Kind of,
a labor of love more than
it's a labor of
money.
love. I'm telling everybody, kind of all the old budding paleo artists, if you don't love this, don't do it.
Mhm.
If you don't love this, don't do it, because I mean, this is not a business. This is a labor of love that you are kind of going with, and trying to do your best, kind of in recreating the kind of the scientifically accurate dinosaurs,
Mhm.
scientifically accurate animals, instead of the old stuff that we were used to.
So we've spoken a little bit already about the inaccuracies in things like Jurassic Park, but inaccuracies aside. What's your favorite depiction of dinosaurs in film and or television?
I think the prehistoric war, I think it's called, or something like. I think there's the new series
Uh-huh.
uh, of dinosaurs, kind of narrated by
Oh, the Walking with Dinosaurs.
no, not
Oh
walking.
no.
Walking with dinosaurs is coming now. I used to work with walking with dinosaurs
Oh
in
wow.
at the beginning at the
In the
beginning
original run, yeah.
the original run, but I wasn't very happy with several things, because they wanted to do what they are doing now,
Hmm.
wanted to do it then, but the more kind of knowledge we gather, the better, and we can't give certainty to people about a world that actually has gone
Hmm.
forever. So essentially, I mean, kind of I liked some of the old Walking with Dinosaurs,
Hmm.
but not that much. There were things that were completely ridiculous.
Hmm.
But the new one, Prehistoric Planet is called.
Oh, prehistoric. Right. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is something that is unprecedented for me.
As a paleo artist, what other artists influenced you? And for people that well, like myself, I wasn't particularly familiar with paleo art before hearing about this exhibition and seeing some of your illustrations. Yeah, who influenced you, and who would you recommend that people look at if they like your work as well?
It depends on generations.
Hmm.
So I'm from the old generation, let's say. Well, I grew up with a kind of with people like Zalinger
Hmm.
or Burian, Zdenek Burian,
Hmm.
and there were very good things with it. But the interesting thing with, for example, with Burian is that he was a fantastic kind of a painter.
Hmm.
That all anything, all the animals, all the mammals, all the primitive human beings and all that he did, but really realistic. And then when dinosaur happens, the dinosaurs were not that realistic. Were like kind of more like influenced by the 40s movies or something like
Hmm.
that. So there has always been a problem with dinosaurs. But for me, I mean, the one that actually broke everything is the Robert Bakker
Hmm.
and Greg Paul, for example. Greg Paul and Robert Bakker were two of the main ones that actually broke everything for me. That broke all the image,
Hmm.
changed the kind of everything that I wanted to do, and I just went with it. I recommend it. But I can recommend so many,
Hmm.
but so many that actually I don't even remember the names anymore. Yeah,
Yeah, cool. The next question is quite a silly question, and I don't mind saying that because it's one that I came up with. But what is the most difficult to pronounce dinosaur name that you can just say without thinking?
I think I answer one of your questions saying that there are some names of dinosaurs that are
Mhm.
completely absurd.
Yes.
Because essentially, I mean, sometimes the scientists go for things that are not what you expect. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not nothing like I said, the Diplodocus.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's double beam.
Yeah.
Beam is double beam referring to the vertebrae.
Hmm.
Uh, and I see other things in Diplodocus that are much more interesting. Or well, one another thing is that nomenclature is a problem
Hmm.
because Brontosaurus, for example,
Hmm.
for a while didn't exist anymore, and it
Hmm.
became Apatosaurus. So Apatosaurus and Brontosaurus. Brontosaurus is kind of a Robert Bakker would say Brontosaurus is much more like it
Mm.
should be because Brontosaurus is like heavy,
Yeah.
heavy saurian, and it's really heavy. This is a
Hmm.
heavy animal. But Apatosaurus is deceptive animal.
Hmm.
Mm, deceptive animal in what?
Yeah, yeah. I suppose it
The-
just goes
the-
to show that naming things it's difficult. It's really hard.
it's difficult, and for scientists sometimes even more.
Hmm.
For example, I don't know how. I mean, Ji key, for example, in Chinese, I don't
Hmm.
know what it means.
Hmm. Yeah, I was thinking before actually. It's like so the one that sounds like ornithology is not the bird one. Yeah, so it is,
Exactly,
yeah, completely counterintuitive.
exactly. Or
Yeah.
Nicholas. Yes, he's like a bear. Yes.
Next, so again, going back to dinosaur inaccuracies,
Oh God.
which inaccuracy that you see often is the one that you like the most, you found quite endearing or funny?
No, when I find when I see when I see in an inaccuracy,
Hmm.
depends on what. It's not funny. It's not funny. I mean, it could be funny if it was a caricature of
Hmm.
the dinosaur, but the Velociraptor of Jurassic Park is a ridiculous animal that has nothing to do with the reality of Velociraptor. Has
Hmm.
not the size. I mean, has not the hands. I mean, I have a Velociraptor here, kind
Hmm.
of a life size in my studio. You can see that those hands are
Hmm.
not to open doors.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't do this. They
Hmm.
couldn't do this because they are not mammals. They are not like us. Those hands were like a, how can I say, prospective kind of a wings,
Hmm.
something like a
Okay.
kind of primitive wings
So they'd have
instead.
a much more limited range of motion. They wouldn't have like the rotation there and everything.
Dinosaurs, dinosaurs could never do this.
Hmm.
They could,
They'd be terrible typists.
no typist whatsoever, but they could actually do this. I
Hmm.
mean, I mean, all dinosaurs, the hands of the dinosaurs looked at each other.
Hmm.
Never did this because
Hmm.
they could. I mean, you will have to have one bone crossed over the other one. When
Hmm.
actually the two bones of the arm of the dinosaurs were locked kind
Hmm.
of parallel to each other.
Yeah.
And then you had kind of something, some little bones here that actually allow you to do this.
Hmm.
I don't know if you are seeing me, but
Yes, yeah, 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 yeah. So sort of like when you get the
correct,
air hostess on the airplane and they're telling you where the exits are down there. Dinosaurs
correct.
could do that and they could applaud, and that's
I could
about it.
applaud,
Yeah,
but never do this. Never do
yeah.
this. Except, for example, the sauropods,
Hmm.
uh, even some ornithischians have had this kind of a semi, like a kind of a sideways
Hmm.
looking kind of construction. So it's a really, I mean, you have to be very careful in the reconstruction for example, I'm seeing that behind you right now in
Oh
the
yeah.
screen,
Yeah.
and we are seeing the kind of the T-Rex. That those hands of T-Rex are wrong.
Hmm. Oh,
They, they
because of the way that they're
they can't do this.
oriented, they should be
It
like
should
a
be
neutral position. Hmm.
correct, correct. Yeah, and I'm very fussy about it, but it's like a kind of a. Some people are not, but they should.
Yeah, yeah. The next set of questions actually are from my colleague's young son, Dylan, who's very interested, and I was actually very impressed with these questions. They're really good. So the first one that he submitted was, what made you switch from doing symbolism and surrealist painting to dinosaurs?
Uh, well, what can be more surrealist than a dinosaur?
Mm.
No, 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 no. Actually, no. It's like I the two disciplines are completely different.
Hmm.
Have nothing to do. I mean, one is a personal kind of expression. There's a
Hmm.
kind of way you want to express symbolism, you want to
Hmm.
express yourself. Well, and the other one is just being at the service of science.
Hmm.
For me, it's very, very, very different, the two things. And there was a moment in my life when I said, well, let's stop doing kind of a rubbish book covers and let's do something that is useful for
Hmm.
humankind, like promoting Darwinism, promoting evolution, and promoting dinosaurs that are probably the only thing that I could actually live from for a
Hmm.
while, because I mean the people kind of were interested.
Hmm.
So that's the
Yeah,
that's
okay. Do you still do non dinosaur art in your sort of
yeah,
spare time? Yeah,
yeah.
but
Yes.
it doesn't pay the bills.
No, no, I never said any of that. It's just,
Hmm.
for example, when I go to Mexico or something like that. Well, I mean, when you see all those kind of surrealist stuff and
Hmm.
all that surrealist stuff and all that is something that entices you to do something different too.
Hmm.
Why not? I mean, you don't have to do dinosaurs all your life.
Hmm.
Every only. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, absolutely. Next, so another one from Dylan, I think. When drawing a dinosaur, where do you start? What do you start with?
uh, uh, well, with anatomy.
Hmm.
First of all. I need to have the anatomy should be correct, and I have to study. I mean, if I decide to illustrate this or that dinosaur, I have to kind of go to get every possible kind of reference. I kind of study every possible reference and then start working on that. And then, for example, do a kind of a quick sketches, like kind of a to give it more movement.
Hmm.
Those quick kind of sketches can be altered as soon as they, for example, as I compare it with with the anatomy and say, no, the anatomy is telling me that this sketch that I do it because I used to love comics, that's impossible.
Hmm.
That's impossible. So I have to change it. So that's the way to start, kind of. And then another thing is to have complete panic in front of a white piece of paper.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So much room to fill.
Yes, too much.
What's been your favorite project to work on in your career to date?
Dinosaur revolution.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, I mean that has seen many changes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you see it here is one way. If you see it in the Horniman is another way. I mean, in
Hmm.
the Horniman, we didn't even have kind of space to put kind of a three of the main dinosaurs
Right.
because
Yeah, yeah.
they were too big,
Hmm.
and that was frustrating. But always have been successful at the level of construction.
Hmm.
And I think has always been my favorite, and because I also created it myself.
Mm.
I created the concept, and Peter just kind of decided to put it in kind of
Hmm.
in action.
Yeah, well, it's great having it, and it's really it's so impactful, and just it's just been really great. We've had so many people. We've had over 10,000 visits already, which is for reference. If you don't know that, like the population of the city is about 100,000 in the wider area, so it's a big
Just
number of
imagine.
people. Yeah.
My Yeah, because I mean, essentially in Mexico, we did an exhibition that is called it was called kind of Mexican dinosaurs,
Hmm.
historic Mexico or something like that. We had 27,000 people in 2 days.
My word.
Yeah, and it was Lord, I can't believe, and it was in Mexico City.
Uh-huh.
It was a kind of like in the north. I mean,
Hmm.
Mexico is another.
Yeah. What's your favorite place that you've worked in?
Um, well, London has been the kind of the place that I've worked most,
Hmm.
especially dinosaurs,
Hmm.
because essentially before London, there were no dinosaurs.
Hmm.
In the sense of, I mean, I used to live in Spain, I used to
Hmm.
live in Mexico and things like that, and dinosaurs were not popular in either
Hmm.
place because they were not kind of popularized in one way or another.
Hmm.
And in London is kind of in the Anglo-Saxon kind of countries. I
Hmm.
mean, I think kind of they appreciate more the kind of work that I do than actually kind of other countries. But Mexico has become the rage of dinosaur.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. It's
Hmm.
the amount of things you can find in the markets and in the kind of in the toy markets, for
Hmm.
example, and things like that. And they want the dinosaurs accurate. They don't want the kind of they don't. I mean, they like Jurassic Park because they have to like
Yeah.
Jurassic Park
Uh-huh.
to say something, but they love the dinosaurs in
Yeah. And now they want the hard stuff. They want the accurate representations.
they believe me, they want the hard stuff, and I follow that. I follow that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that very much.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so anyone that's seen the exhibition will know that your dinosaurs are very colourful. Um, do you decide the colour of each one, or is it based on scientific research?
Both and both, and but mostly kind of I decide based on what I see in nature,
Hmm.
the fact that the animal had color visions, and not only that, maybe I mean, is the way I use color is different than many other people. So I mean, many people would say, "Oh, they are very colorful," because they haven't seen kind of how I use colors. I mean, it's not that the colors are very colorful. For example, I will never do kind of an animal with a color that is completely absurd.
Hmm.
But still, the kind of the color will look intense.
Hmm.
That has more to do with my own style than with the fact that the animal is colorful or not.
Hmm. I suppose in a lot of the illustrations have features that or colored features that you wouldn't be out of place in something like a chicken or a turkey or something. And in fact, a lot of them have wattles, don't they? Which
Yeah, yeah. I mean, those are like speculation,
hmm.
obviously, but at the same time, I mean, possible things. I
Hmm.
mean, you have animals that have a kind of, for example, ornaments
Hmm.
or places that will have color and other that won't have color. So I actually kind of is like a combination of the two things.
Yeah, with certain birds, for example, if you saw their skull compared to, like 'cause some of them have like sacs that inflate, don't
Exactly.
they? And you wouldn't be able to necessarily determine that from the skull alone. So,
Well, I mean, you see the
hmm.
cassowaries, for example, it's incredible because they have a complete kind of the body is completely covered with black feathers,
Hmm.
while the kind of the neck and the head are naked and very colorful.
Hmm.
So, I mean, you can find colors in many places that are kind of completely surprising.
The next question is sort of it's very similar to the last question. It's just how do you know what color they are? So you've sort of answered that.
No, how? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the melanosomes, and then now are telling us those three colors that might be there, and some of them, for example, I have some fossils here, kind of reproductions that kind of looked. I mean, show the animal iridescent. I mean, it
Hmm.
had iridescent colors. For example, Archaeopteryx might have had iridescent black like a crow.
Hmm.
But is like a kind of a it's mostly a labor of imagination
Hmm.
at this moment. At this moment, I don't know in the future if there will be a new technique
Hmm.
that will show us a different thing.
Yeah.
But
Okay, and then the next question is simply how long did it take? That's taken word for word from the little feedback sheet. So we can interpret that to mean maybe how long did it take to do all the illustrations in the exhibition?
in the exhibition, oh,
Yeah.
it depends. Depends. There are some that can take a kind of a month. There are
Hmm.
some that can take a year. So it depends on how much work you put on it. And
Hmm.
actually, kind of people say, well, I mean, oh, you are using kind of digital media
Hmm.
and things. And the digital media sometimes is more laborious and
Hmm.
more difficult than actually the normal media because essentially it's a never-ending story. I
Ah.
mean, you never end. You never. I mean, every time I open kind of an old kind of illustration, I said, "Oh no, I have to." I haven't finished this. I have to do this. I have to do
Mhm.
this. I can't put this. I can't do this. And then,
Mhm.
so at the end, I mean, it's something that it never ends. It depends. I mean, sometimes you have to say, "Hey, stop."
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, you sort of
Hey,
have to abandon them rather than completely finish
abandon
them.
them. So actually, kind of don't be fooled by the thing that, oh, it's everything is like a trick, like a
Hmm.
trick. No, 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 no. The kind of the digital media is not a trick. I
Yeah.
mean, I do everything by hand. It's
Hmm.
handmade. It's not that I leave the computer, for example, to work for itself and
Hmm.
do
Yeah. Yeah.
and do things anything they want. I mean, I hate artificial intelligence or anything. Or I hate all that. I like to do the things myself.
Hmm.
I like to do the things kind of the way I want to do them, kind of by hand.
Hmm.
And
So
so
even if you are using a digital interface, it is you laboriously at the computer working for hours and hours and hours. So
adding,
a long
adding,
time.
adding, adding kind of a layer upon
Hmm.
layer, layer upon layer, changing layers, changing this, changing this, maybe using kind of a parts of a photograph, and kind of a, it's like an orchestra.
Hmm.
Call it my orchestra. So it's fun.
Yeah. Oh, again, the next question ties into this. Do you need a lot of skills? And you've explained there various different skills in the sketching and the
Well,
digital software.
I mean, you need skills that are not precisely sometimes related to the media, but to how you develop your brain.
Hmm.
And because essentially, when I was studying kind of in Mexico, I am a master degree in visual arts.
Hmm.
I actually kind of developed many parts of me, but obviously in those ages there were no computers.
Hmm.
There were kind of I kind of I was an expert in doing sculpture in kind of in resin.
Uh-huh.
So actually, kind of what does that to you? I mean, that kind of help you to actually develop
Hmm.
your skills as an artist. And the most important thing is actually to develop your skills as an artist.
Hmm. Well, I guess that sort of background in sculpture and having the qualification, the degree in art gives you a grounding in things like anatomy and lighting, which are really important for the
Yeah, and not
illustrations.
yes, and not only that, I was this kind of my thesis in kind of was in kind of a comic underground.
Okay.
So actually that gives you another side
Yeah.
things that you don't expect, but helps you. Everything helps you. Everything artistic helps you, but you have to have a kind of artistic background to
Hmm.
actually try to do something, not leave the computer to do it for you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Never, never.
And because as well, if someone were to give a prompt to an AI model to create a dinosaur, it would be creating a dinosaur with all of those sort of inaccurate biases that pre-exist. Like if you asked it to make a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it would probably
I
do a
have seen them.
scary one.
I have seen those, and
Hmm.
they're terrible. They're terrible.
Yeah. The next question asks if you use paint.
I paint
Hmm.
all the time, all the time. And
Hmm.
not only that, I mean, especially I love painting. And right now, at this moment, I love painting kind of three-dimensional stuff,
Hmm.
three-dimensional models. For example, even model kits
Hmm.
that that I bring from some places, or even I have you can see that. But for example, I've been reconstructing kind of fossils,
Hmm.
most accurate fossils possible. I mean, something that looks like a kind of like the real thing. I
Hmm.
I, I love things like that. I love
Hmm.
kind of a painting. Painting is essential.
Yeah. Is that something that's sort of like, so the reconstruction of the fossils, is that almost like a mindful activity for you? Like something that you just sit and.
Believe me, is such a fun thing to
Hmm.
do, and it helps you to understand what you are going to reconstruct later.
Hmm.
So and sometimes, for example, you have to be careful actually do where you put the feathers,
Hmm.
how you how you paint the feathers, how you paint the whole thing, what they and above it all, I mean the colors. You see, kind of a studying the colors
Hmm.
because sometimes I mean the fossils. You see the fossils, and you have many photographs of fossils, and sometimes they come in one way, and sometimes they come another way, and it's the same fossil,
Hmm.
and they're completely different and you have to find the way to photograph, for example, a fossil or something like that that looks precisely like the real thing,
Hmm.
like the one that you are seeing in on the wall. But
Hmm.
that's very difficult. That's very difficult.
Yeah. Just one, again, you've already sort of touched on this a little bit. They've asked where you went to art school, and you mentioned that you went in Mexico City.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, that gave me a kind of a background on
Hmm.
color
Yeah.
because everything is colorful. And but the way that I use color, for example, is especially in dinosaurs park. I mean, even if some people say, "Oh, you're exaggerating things,"
Hmm.
I don't think I'm exaggerating, I'm not doing surrealism
Hmm.
when I paint dinosaurs. I do nature
Hmm. So you're working within the realms of possibility.
within the realms of possibility.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And next, what was your reference? So I suppose you've sort of spoken about that a bit with the fossils, but I
The
think you'd
reference
answer.
um, mm, first of all, well, with the fossils, is the closest reference I can get to the
Hmm.
fossil. But when I do models or when I paint on the computer or something like that, I based everything on nature.
Hmm.
I study the animals. I study the animals that, especially, I study the environment
Hmm.
where the animals would be kind of living, and then kind of add well, whatever I think it's important because for example, you are not going to you're going to add a different background to a Brontosaurus
Hmm.
or a Apatosaurus painting than a T-Rex
Hmm.
painting. Because in T-Rex, you have flowers. You could have flowers.
Hmm.
Kind of with the Apatosaurus, you only had trees.
Hmm. Because of the distance in time between them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. In the kind of yeah, Apatosaurus didn't have flowers. I
Hmm.
mean, there was no flowers in the Jurassic period.
Which sounds
They
quite
were
sad, really, doesn't it?
Yes, I mean, but it's what it is. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Cretaceous is full of flowers. Probably
Hmm.
it was full of flowers, and Jurassic no, and Triassic no, and there was no grass in any of them. So you have to balance all
Hmm.
those things kind of that are in the back that should have been in the back in the environment,
Hmm.
and then do the illustration.
Yeah, so it's built from a lot of different references, but sort of maybe ultimately the reference is nature because it's all nature.
Nature, and not only that. I mean, I have to also to study kind of what the scientists say that
Hmm.
the kind of the plants or
Hmm.
the environment should be in each period.
And things like, I suppose, like climate as well varies from the location of the dinosaurs as well.
Yeah. I hate that but because essentially I have to study kind of all the vegetation and
Yeah,
I'm more a man of anatomy.
yeah,
I'm I mean my thing is anatomy. My thing is the animals itself,
yeah.
themselves.
Okay, we've only got two questions left now. So penultimate is how accurate do you think they are?
Yeah, completely accurate according to what we know.
Okay.
Now, it can change,
Hmm.
and thanks to computers, we can change it.
Hmm.
But I have many illustrations, many of my paintings that are relics,
Hmm. Yes, yeah.
kind of old things. There
Hmm.
are things that were in the past, and I would change it in right now if I had the means to do
Hmm.
that. Yes. But they are accurate according to whatever evidence we have right now.
Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, you
I
can only,
do.
you can only do what you can do, and as long as you admit
You
that
can.
you've got something incorrect.
One thing I can tell you, you can trust me.
Hmm.
You can trust my dinosaurs.
Hmm. Okay. It sounds like you're asking us to vote for them.
Almost.
Okay, and then the last question, which is the hardest to draw?
Oh my goodness. Hardest to draw.
It sounds to me, from what you were saying about the references, that maybe the hardest to draw, just because of the sheer amount of time involved in the research, is almost the environment around them.
Uh, if I can, I
Hmm.
don't know the kind of a backgrounds around
Uh-huh.
them. But speaking about that, strictly about dinosaurs,
Hmm.
I think the feathery ones
Hmm.
are more difficult
Hmm.
than the scaly ones for one reason or another.
Hmm.
But the feathery ones, I mean, is something that you have to see how the feathers go, where they go, how they, I mean, what colors they can be. And I think it's a very simple thing. It's not it's really difficult to draw. I mean, all of them can be difficult, or all of them can be kind of easy. But
Hmm.
because I want dinosaurs to be different, and for example, in different postures, on different angles, different, all of them are difficult. And I hate to do the same dinosaurs with the same in the same postures,
Hmm.
kind of all the time. The postures that you have seen all your life, that is not going to be one of my dinosaurs.
Hmm.
That is going to be one of my dinosaurs are always difficult.
Yeah. Challenging dinosaurs. Yeah. Cool. Right. Well, that's all the questions that we've that I've got here. But if you would allow me just one more question, which I just want to ask you to talk through a little bit the space behind you, because I've been looking at it all through the Zoom where you've got all the dinosaurs and the shelves. You don't have to talk about it for a long time. Just
Well,
what's going on back there?
I mean, I live with my partner,
Uh-huh.
and my partner only allows me this space to actually do that.
Yeah.
So actually, kind of I have everything you can ever imagine
Uh-huh.
here can fit in this place. And not only that, I mean, you move one thing and the other ones
Yeah. Oh,
can
yeah. So it's a very delicate balance and an
very,
ecosystem of.
it's a very delicate environment. But there are all sorts of dinosaurs, all of them, and very, I mean, very specifically, I mean, for example, in the upper part that you can't see,
Hmm.
because I will have to do, and the upper part are the more toy ones, the toy.
Okay. Hmm.
And then I'm coming down, kind of
Hmm.
being more accurate every
Okay.
time.
So there's like a gradient of seriousness
Yes.
as
So
you.
something like yeah, well, that's nostalgia.
Yeah. Okay.
And the other ones are the ones that I approve of. I
Okay.
approve, and there are many now. I mean, the Chinese are doing fantastic stuff. The Japanese have always done fantastic stuff. I
Hmm.
worked with the Japanese doing kind of models,
Hmm.
kind of in the 90s. The
Hmm.
first accurate dinosaur models ever made were Kyoto,
Hmm.
and they were fantastic. I mean, they appreciated very much. I appreciated it. So if I appreciate something, I paint it very carefully,
Yeah.
I do something that looks really kind of accurate, accurate. And they appreciate that, and they have continued to do it. Probably not as much as they used to, but now I mean the Chinese are taking over, and they are doing things that are simply unbelievable. And with all the new 3D
Hmm.
stuff, kind of that I need to learn a new. I need to learn a new profession. Because I've learned a new profession, I don't know how many times,
Hmm.
but you know, first it was they were suddenly I had to jump to the computer. Suddenly I have now to jump to the 3D.
Hmm.
3D is going to be a real problem because it's really difficult. But I have seen marvels done
Yeah.
by great sculptures in 3D, and you have to learn to sculpt in kind of in a special kind of a program
Hmm.
that kind of a 3D tools in
Yeah, which
general.
I guess for someone like you who can sculpt in real life,
Yes.
you'll
Oh, it's
almost
different.
have to you'll have to unlearn because you're sculpting in a virtual space where you don't have direct contact with the materials.
Uh, but it also allows you to give much more detail.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, it's much more difficult.
Yeah.
Much more difficult in the sense of, I mean, you're working in a different space with a different kind of a program. I mean, this is not Adobe Photoshop; it's something else completely, and then you have to adapt to it,
Hmm.
and you have to make the program to adapt to you,
Hmm.
to your own style.
Hmm.
And that's something that I haven't arrived to yet. Maybe one day.
Yeah. So we could maybe one day look forward to Luis Ray 3D
Oh,
dinosaurs.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I live that long.
Yeah, that's covered a lot of ground. You've answered all the questions. Before we sign off, is there anything else that you'd like to say or
No, thank you very much for
no?
having us. Thank you very much for having us. We really appreciate the kind of the exhibition being kind of in Carlisle.